Hello and welcome to
Gift of the Gab.
Yes, Gift of the Gab, episode 3.
Free.
3.
Free.
3.
Free.
3. And yes, so what are we going to be talking about in today's episode? You slam that pen down, pick it up on the mic as the dogs bark and fight behind you. Fuck it out, it's all go here. It's all go, copper.
After that gift, what are we going to talk about?
Let's talk about
sex, baby. Let's talk about you. Sorry.
That kind of leads into what we're going to be talking about. Let's talk about adulting, being an adult in this. I know we're still in the 21st century. What year are we in? 2018?
22nd century.
21st?
No,
We've
21st
not left.
was last century.
Yeah.
Then we had a millennium in the middle.
That is the 21st. We're not in the 22nd. Don't start this on me now. Don't be freaking me out, Goose. All right? We're still in the 21st century.
No, we're not. Because
we are 100% still in the 100. No. I'm Googling it now. Fucking Google it. You talk about what it was like being an adult in your time, which was back in 1803, wasn't it?
Slap around the ears. Yes, there are a lot of differences nowadays than back in my day. As you know, I've touched upon them many a time.
She touches.
I'm like your old grandmother. Come here, I want to tell you a story.
What is it, Grandma? Grandpapa? Grandmama? Grandmama, tell us a story, Grandmama.
Back in the day.
Fucking hell.
When we had good social security.
Mm.
People learnt to be themselves. And now people can't be themselves. They got to be somebody else. So what we're saying is, in today's society, it's pretty hard to be yourself when everyone wants you to be someone else.
All right, now, shut up with that. I'm talking.
Millennium, snowflake child.
Could you imagine if that was what our podcast was like?
It is. What are you saying?
In the 21st century officially began.
Year 21. What? That's the dogs are barking.
The 21st century officially began January 1st, 2001, and will end December 31st, 2100. So, we are in the 21st century. Bit.
So can I ask you a question?
No.
Do you think you'll be around to see it?
What? 2100?
Yeah.
Of course I will be, yeah.
Well, you might be.
No.
If you live to be 100
No,
and something.
the amount I drink, my liver would have given up ages ago.
Honey, your liver gave up the other day. They knocked the door saying we're off. I said bye.
Wow.
Wait, leave me pen alone.
Wow. But, yes, adulting was a lot different back when you were just starting off as an adult as to nowadays. Nowadays, there's a lot more scrutiny.
Yeah.
And a lot more challenges.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it a lot, but the benefit system, and in the UK there's a mass benefit system.
Very good.
For obviously people that can't work
Or don't want to work.
for physical reasons or mental
I don't
reasons.
give a shit.
Or because they've got kids at home.
Yes.
They can't go to work because they've got like a 2-month-old that they've got to look after. So adulting back then was a lot different. The benefit system was a lot different. So would you say that, obviously you've seen it and you've had your kids go through it, has it got better? Has it become worse? Has it become more difficult?
I think it's become worse.
Yeah?
Because back in my day, before Margaret Thatcher decided to sell off all the council houses, everyone got homes. And obviously, in the 70s, it was very strange. In the 70s, if you were a single parent, you were frowned upon. Everyone, I told you before, everyone I knew, my parents, their friends, they were all married, obviously. My parents were. Well, I wish they weren't, but there you go. So everyone was married. People didn't live together. In fact, I was 17 years old when I met this girl called Sandra. We had many happy times. We worked together, but she lived with her boyfriend.
Which at the time was a definitely big...
It was a shock.
No.
I'd never met anyone that lived with their boyfriend.
People talked about it in the Tesco's or Sainsbury's or other UK retail shops.
Yeah, because you didn't live with your boyfriend. You got married. And then somewhere in the 80s, especially in the early part of the 80s, I was then obviously a young adult. I left school in 1979, so I was quite a young adult then. And so I saw single women getting pregnant, obviously, and the council and Social Security really, really helped them out. And then all of a sudden, it was the norm to be a single parent.
So not to like immediately age you horribly, but you have seen the system change a lot.
I have. And not always for the better. I think there are still people out there that need help. And I think that, I know the old cliche, oh, you're a single girl, you get pregnant, and the council will give you a flat or a house. And that is true, they do. But I don't understand why they got rid of the crisis loan.
What's the crisis loan? Explain what the crisis loan is.
Okay, a crisis loan was that you could put in for a washing machine or a cooker or any part of furniture or school clothing or anything to do with the children, winter coats, and they would take the money out for your benefit. But they stopped that now, and I don't understand why they stopped that.
Would they have stopped it perhaps because it was too easy to con?
Conning or not.
Fraudulently claiming.
Conningly or not, or fraudulently or not, they still took it out of your benefit. So before you even got your benefit, they would have taken their money out. And it helped a lot. It did help a lot. In times of trouble, in times of Christmas. But people relied on those loans. And then they stopped them. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that try and defraud the system, but I still don't understand why they stopped them. And I think that's a shame. And I think because there are a lot of children now that actually could have done with those loans.
Yeah, definitely.
Because our children is when you think of people on benefits, you think of scroungers, alcoholics, and all that. But you've got to think there's a lot of children that are on that poverty line as well. So
yeah, of course, yeah. And there's general people with actual disabilities, like a geezer with no legs.
Exactly.
And the government are turning around saying, "Oh, he can clearly still work."
It's not a case of whether he can clearly still work or not. It's a case of the fact that how did he lose his legs? If it was a car crash, how traumatic. He would never got over the scars. If it was during the war, then God, this country owes you something. But then I'm a great believer that once you hit retirement age, you shouldn't have to pay any bills. I.e., when I say any bills, what I mean is things like council tax.
Yeah. But they don't anyway, do they? They get a pension.
No, they still have to pay it.
Really?
Yeah, and I
don't. Does the Queen still pay?
Well, I expect so.
Does she pay for her place?
Well, I expect so. Not all of it.
No.
Just a percentage.
Just a percentage.
But I do think that that when you hit retirement age, you should not have to pay council tax. I don't think you should have to pay for a TV licence. I think you should get travel free. I mean, at the end of the day, especially the people that are retiring now, have been at work since they were 15, 16 years old and have carried on working. So, for God's sake, give them something back. That's what I say.
True. Don't in the UK, though, we do give them free bus passes.
We do. In certain areas, but then our bus system's crap. But it's the TV licence, which I don't understand why we pay for. We're the only country in the whole world that pays for a TV licence.
Well, this is a thing as well, especially with internet rising and the idea of Netflix is that the BBC is going down. I think that's going to be the next big institution that goes down.
I hope it hurries up and goes down, because at the moment I'm paying £145.
For one TV?
Well, it's for your property. You can have as many TVs as you like, but that's still £145. And if you're on benefits, then that is a lot of money to find.
True. So, once again, sorry to hop on about the age thing, but you were a teenager during the 80s?
Yeah.
So you would have seen the UK change, not just on a benefit level, but on a social level. UK life has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Would you say?
For sure,
for
baby
good,
boy.
For worse, for better?
Oh, I don't know. Last time we talked about people getting their asses slapped, so I'm going to get in some stick about that.
Did we talk about people getting their asses slapped? Because people pay a lot of money for that nowadays.
I know. So, okay, I was a teenager.
Let's break it down into parts.
Sections.
To sections of what you could say is UK life. Would you say that mental health awareness has increased or decreased, gotten better or worse? Because back in the 80s, they were just guessing. I mean, they technically still are guessing.
Yeah, I guess for certain cases of mental health, they have got better. But again, I think for some, they got worse. We, in the 80s, they decided to get rid of a lot of, what would you call them, asylums?
Asylums, mental institutes.
Yeah,
I think
and
it's the correct
institutes, that's it. We got rid of a lot of institutes. And a lot of people will be like, yay!
Didn't they get rid of a lot of orphanages as well?
Yeah, they got rid of any institute.
Any basically government-funded building to house quite a lot of people.
In the orphanage, it's totally different. But the thing is with mental health, when you're on a bus with your children and some guy's going batshit crazy, do you really want to see that in society?
In what do you mean? Well, it depends. Because obviously at that point they wouldn't be allowed out into the general public.
Well, yeah.
How do you... Well, yeah, unless of course he's not being trapped.
Yeah. I think as well, that the trouble is it's getting too far free and easy. I mean, there's so many stories about people getting stabbed on tubes and the guy had mental issues. Whereas when back in my day, when they had the institutes, they kept them. And the lunatics took over the asylum. And that's what they have done now. Yeah. And I think there's too many doctors that are out there that are scared to be forceful. We have...
Well, I don't think they're allowed to be forceful anymore.
No, they're not. And that's the trouble.
Last time I worked in mental health, we got trained something called Mabo training, where you're not allowed to put your hands on the service user or tackle them down.
The thing is, though, we also failed them in the fact that back in the day, we would wash them regardless, and now we've got some smelly residents that don't get washed, and we're bordering on neglect. So it's very hard. Very hard.
Yeah, it's a very hard juggling act.
It is.
What else in the 80s would you say would have changed now? Women's rights. Do you think women have got more rights nowadays?
We talked about this in our last podcast. I don't really want to talk about women's rights because I think I did them injustice.
What about just civil rights then in general?
Yeah, I suppose.
Do you think we're growing more tolerant as a nation, or?
No, I don't think we are growing more tolerant. I think England always has been more tolerant than the rest of the world. I mean, we've had black people and Asian people for a long time. I think the Western European countries are a little bit hard to adapt to, but that's only because it's new. It's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's new. I think the biggest change I've seen in my lifetime is homosexuality.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was
when I was in Blackpool, I met a very, very nice gentleman who was a little bit older than me, and he was gay, and we were talking about what it was like to be gay back in the day, what it was like to be gay now. And we were both of the opinion, him and I, that the gay people now are very flippant about being gay, are very in your face, are very, I'm gay, look at me. He grew up in a time where he had to keep it hidden.
Well, it was, just for the people that don't know, was it illegal back then?
It was in England.
And you really got beaten up and thrown in prison and possibly
and I actually
killed.
Nursed one of the first aid victims in this country. He wasn't from this country. He'd been flown back from America. We weren't really sure what AIDS was then. This was around about 82. So,
back when they were giving them numbers, wasn't it?
Yeah, and of course this was for a young girl, and I was a young girl then.
18, 19.
It was quite. He was a lovely man. And that sort of brought AIDS into the thing.
Forefront.
Thank you. And then, of course, with AIDS, everyone had to go back underground. And I think the gay community now, especially the snowflakes, the millenniums, they really do not understand or appreciate the struggle that gay homosexual men have been through so that you can be allowed to be the way you are now. And I think that sometimes you should take stock of yourself and just remember that, yes, you're gay, brilliant. I'm heterosexual. I don't go around screaming about it and shouting about it. We talked about last time there were so many labels. You don't need a label. You're a man or you're a woman. You're a lesbian or you're homosexual. You're born in the wrong body or you're not. That's it. So again, you know, I don't want to get into it because I really fucking hate the politics of it. But what you people have to remember is there was a struggle, and you may not be aware of it, but there was a struggle. And the way you act now, it's like you just don't care. Some people don't even know who Divine is.
I was about to say that when we was in Blackpool, I asked one of the DJs of the gay club, who was a drag queen herself, and I said, could you play some Divine? And as she was playing Divine, she was giving off facts about Divine, and just nobody gave a shit.
No. And yet if it wasn't for people like Divine, if it
or
wasn't...
Marsha P. Johnson, another name that I say in a gay room and everyone just gives me blank faces.
Stonewall.
Yeah. Nobody knows anymore.
No.
Nobody knows, and that's what annoys me whenever we go to the gay clubs and mix with the gay culture. Despite being gay myself, it's just so hard because they're just so...
They just don't care.
Ignorant over it now.
But the thing is, they're all, I'm gay, I'm a cross-dresser, I'm
a lesbian, transsexual, asexual.
Whatever. The thing is, you don't know your history.
No.
We all know who Martin Luther King is. We all know who Malcolm X is. How many of you do know who Divine is? How many of you do know who...
Marsha P. Johnson.
Even... How do you know the struggles they went through? Do you ever even go back into history to see how bad it was, what they had to put up with to get through AIDS and to still be here now? And it's like you just don't care. It's like, oh, I'm gay and I'm here and I'm happy and But what about the people that made it possible for you to be there? Do you ever think about them? You know?
Yeah, RuPaul. You know RuPaul, the famous drag queen. Got into trouble because I think he tweeted or he said something about... in an interview, he said the word tranny, which is of course a derogative for the transvestites, and the community was up in arms. And I'm like, that's fucking RuPaul, the black man who was doing drag when it wasn't okay to be either black or doing drag, and he was doing it. And fuck it, he's allowed to say whatever he wants, in my opinion.
Of course he is,
But the community was up in arms because it's just something to be up in arms about.
You're too snowflakey for me.
I think my problem with the gay community, and sorry to slam on about against the gay community because I think they're great and they've definitely taken strides, just like you could say with any civil rights movement. But the problem is, with the gay community, we didn't stop to appreciate what we've got. Because gay marriage came about and then people were bang straight on to the next thing of trans rights, trans people allowed in toilets. And I'm like, fucking slow it down and appreciate we just got gay marriage, which was a big thing. Homosexuality has just been legalised in India.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah,
and
it is a big thing.
I rarely hear people talk about it. But instead, in the gay communities, people would rather talk about trans rights. They should be allowed into whatever bathroom they feel like they are as a gender. And you're like, yeah, cool, just go fucking do that then. Let's talk about how the fact India has just allowed homosexuality. Oh no, we'd rather go on about trans rights for about an hour and 35 minutes.
Exactly, especially when you read some of the horror stories of what these young males
and females
lesbians. I've not read about a lesbian, but I did read about a male that he was found with his lover and they took him out and they beat him up and they rammed everything you could possibly think up his ass. And it was horrific. And obviously the guy died. Now, you know, celebrate his death rather than the fact that you can piss in a woman's toilet. So anyway, let's lighten it up.
back to how the UK life has changed. So in the 80s, 70s, 80s, I'm never quite sure when she got in, Britain saw the first UK Prime Minister, female UK Prime Minister as Margaret Thatcher. And now, I think we've got the second, Theresa May. Let's talk about Theresa May dancing.
Oh, I love
She went
her
to
dancing.
Africa recently. I don't know when this episode is going to go out, so I don't know how recent it is. But go look up the videos. It's exactly... Right, I need to put a pin in that before I finish that sentence. May dancing. Tell me what you think about May having a bit of a dance to the... I want to say bongos, but I'm sure they're not. To the drums in Africa. Because she visited Africa, they played her some tribal music, and she danced. What do you think?
I think, go for it, girl. She danced like an old granny, but then she most probably is an old granny.
Yep.
I don't know if she's got children or whatever.
This is what... Sorry to cut you off, because it is burning inside me just to get this out. I get it. You could be right or left wing. You could believe in the Tory party, or you don't want to, or you want to believe in Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour Party, or you want to believe in the Green Party. I think Nigel Farage is making ruffles in the political arena. I think he's trying to go for London mayor. But no matter what you think, to take the piss out of Theresa May's dancing, whilst yes, it's odd dancing, and the left have really jumped on this and taken the piss out of Theresa May's dancing, how else would you have expected her to dance? She's a she's a mature lady. She's probably got kids.
The thing is...
She dances exactly how I thought she would, but there's just so many videos of people, and in the comments they're like going, oh, she can't even dance. I'm like, she's a fucking Prime Minister. If she could do the fucking moonwalk and Michael Jackson dance to fucking African drums, then I would say you shouldn't be Prime Minister. You should go off and do something else, love, because that is insane. You danced exactly how a mature, older lady should dance who's a Prime Minister. And that's annoyed me so much because it's made me feel sorry for Theresa May.
First of all, don't feel sorry for her. It wasn't a personal attack.
Some of those comments are quite bad.
Yeah, some of those comments are. But what you have to remember is, say, for example, she wasn't Prime Minister and James Corbyn was, they would have done exactly the same to him.
Yeah. Well, no, because the left fucking love him so much.
No, all right, so the right would have attacked him.
Yeah.
Whoever has the job is going to be attacked by the opposition. So if it was James Corbyn, the Conservatives would have had a go at him. And it was Theresa May, so the Labour had a go at him. It's just part and parcel of the job. I think that a lot of people would have watched it and thought, God, my nan danced better than you. But she tried. She tried. Because that's what you have to do. It's going out there, meeting people, and yes, she looked uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, she is our leader, whether we like it or not. I personally didn't vote for her. I
personally didn't vote for her. I never tell people on the internet who you voted for.
I'm not going to tell them.
Good.
But I never voted for her. But unfortunately, a lot of people did. And she's what we got. Now, yet again, as a woman... And this is something else I get pissed off about. You talk about women's rights. How many women go out to vote?
Yeah.
Not many.
Mm.
And yet, read your fucking suffragettes.
Yeah.
Emily Pankhurst and all her mates were starving. They stuck tubes up their nose. One threw themselves in front of a king's horse. And yet there are women that'll go, I don't want to vote, don't understand politics. It doesn't matter if you understand politics or not. You find out. You go out and you do it. Because again, otherwise you're just like the gay community. You are pretending that none of this history happened. And yes, gay people, I'm talking to you. You do forget your history. You forget Divine. You forget
Marsha P. Johnson.
And you forget Stonewall. You forget what people went through with the AIDS. So yeah, so come on, you want to change this country. People say, well, what does my vote doesn't count. Honey, in this world, you have to stand up and be counted. And you have to have a voice. Whether it's saving the whale, becoming a homosexual, not becoming one, sorry. I always remember that poster. My mother made me a homosexual, and underneath it was written, if I give her the wall, can she make me one?
Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean. You have to figure out what you do, whether you're a vegan, a vegetarian.
Where the fuck did vegans come from?
Because they stand up and be counted. Have you ever tried to cook for a vegan?
I don't. I never do.
No, me neither.
Fuck 'em.
with vegans, I always want to say if God wanted us to be vegans, he wouldn't have given us molars. But, you can't
I
argue
know,
with
we're
them.
born omnivores.
We're born something,
We're
babe.
clearly omnivores. But anyway, I was going to
we
talk
need-
about one more thing, but I think we need to take an intermission.
No, I think we do as well. Because I need a piss.
You'll piss. And I need to get more drinks. So, we'll see you in a bit.
In a bit.
In a
About
bit.
that much bit.
Yeah.
Or it could be that bit.
Oh.
It could be that bit.
Could be that
If you're a
bit.
man, it could be that bit. If you're
Oof. So anyway, could we get two white wine spritzers?
Yeah.
Please, mate.
Can we say frackard?
No, frackard.
Yeah. Oh.
You're close. And we're back.
Oh, hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gift of the Gab, second part, episode 3.
Gift of the Gab. Free.
Uno, dos, tres. Is that weird how I do it? That's apparently the European way.
You're fucking weird anyway, boy.
Well, there's so many ways you could count on your finger. I knew somebody.
Only your mother could love
I
you.
knew somebody at school who would count and he would go like that.
That's because he was trying to confuse you.
It was fucking.
Back in the day, we had 3, 2, 1. It was a gift show. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
No, one like that. It was 3, 2, 1. It was Dusty Bin.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Dusty
Yeah,
bin.
Yeah.
Dusty bin.
Dusty
Who's
bin.
got a dusty bin nowadays? Clean your dusty bins, mate.
Clean your cobwebs. Right, so, gift, we're back.
We're back. Let's talk
And we know
about
what we can say.
weird music. No. Frackard.
It's close.
It's close.
You're
always
close.
Weird music. Let's talk about weird music.
Go on then.
Do you know what? So many people are not going to get that on the internet. Let's talk about weird music. So, weird music. So we were in Blackpool,
We were.
obviously recently, to continue on from the story of last episode where we talked about Blackpool. And we went into a pub. Or a bar, or wherever you are that you know it. But a pub is a place where you go and you get alcoholic beverages at cheap prices.
Yeah, they know.
Some people don't call it a pub. Sometimes it's known as a bar. I don't even think that when we was in America there were no pubs.
All right, we went somewhere and got alcohol drinks.
Anyway,
Story of
so
our
it
lives.
was a trade union pub, which means
You won't catch me. I'm part of the unit. Sorry.
Which means you have to be a part of a union. I don't know
We
what a
were.
trade union. I
We
really
were.
don't know what a trade union means. In my mind, it means you need to be a part of a union, or the pub is a part of a union.
Yeah.
Anyway, we walk in there, and we're expecting it to be old man pubs galore, like men punching women, peanuts on the floor, sick in the corner. And then we walked in there, and they were playing some weird music.
It was called country and western.
No, I know it was country western. I love me some country western. But it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Imagine, listeners. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's packed. Which means everyone's in. It's packed. Everyone's in. It's busy. We just get a seat. There's a man who's got a mullet in the corner.
All right, man.
He's with his mum. Or his sister. Or his wife. He's with a woman.
So who's buying these drinks? Then me or you?
You're buying the drinks.
As always.
You're always buying the drinks.
Because
Because you made me walk fucking up a mile. So, we're sat there. And then you return with the drinks.
I mean,
Glug,
not be
glug,
nuts.
glug. And you bought some nuts.
Me not be nuts.
Or any other brand of nuts. And, and you look at me and you say, I thought you said this was a union bar.
Yeah.
Pub. And I said,
Excuse me?
yes, it was.
Gift. I thought you said this was your number.
And so I said, yes. Why? And then she said,
Have you listened to the music they're playing?
it was the weirdest music. What was the first song we walked in the pub on? It was country western song, really famous. Don't do this to me. I want to say Islands in the Stream.
It was.
We
This
walked
is
in
what we are.
Islands in the
We
Stream.
are da-da-da.
We're going to get
When
copyrighted.
we love one another. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So that was playing at first.
Yes, it was.
And no word of a lie, people are singing along to it.
Yep.
And then,
Do-do-do-do.
immediately after that, comes Coward of the County by Kenny Rogers. And I got this woman over here singing along to the song in my face.
Yep.
Spraying me.
Everybody
with-
said he was the cat at the country.
Spraying me with knobby peanuts.
I know, you
And
loved
then,
it.
and then we were going to leave. when we heard the Slim Shady.
Well, the Please Stand Shadies, please stand up. Please stand up.
Mm.
So, yeah.
So, weird music. Let's talk about weird music. So, country and western. Why did a geezer write a song about rape?
Because that country and western song. You missed the one song.
What was it?
You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. 4 hungry children and a crop in the field.
Yes, why country... No, frackard. Frackard. Why'd you country western music? Why are they singing about rape? What have they gone through in life? What are they doing?
Because most country and western music is
It's
about
down
hard
music.
times.
I get it. Yeah.
It's hard
yeah.
times.
I lost my job at the mill.
Yeah.
I've listened to that song
And
10
Stand
times.
by your man.
Stand by your man that beats you up. Tammy Wynette.
And Cowdell Country, where Becky got raped.
Yeah.
By the
I
Gatler
just
Boys.
fits.
And there
Just
was
fits.
4 of them.
3 of them.
Was it 3?
3 of them.
Well, they lost one on the way.
No, it was always 3 of them.
What happened to Billy Ray?
Oh, well, he's there. He's over there. He's over there. He's sat over there.
Country and western music is very...
Oh, he's got my sadness. He's running away with my sadness.
Country and western music is very sad.
No, I know it is. I love country western music. I've heard all of them. Johnny Paycheck. I've heard all of them. I've heard all of the country western singers. Kenny Rogers.
Well, he
Who
sang
sung the song?
Country.
Who sang the song Whiskey River?
No.
Whiskey River. Willie
Willie
Nelson.
Nelson.
Thank you. I've heard them all. Dolly Parton. I've heard a bit of Dolly.
Well, then you've
Tammy
heard them all.
Wynette.
So
Yeah.
you've heard them all.
Yeah.
So
So
why
I think
does
one
this-
of them sung about rape apart from Kenny Rogers. The cheeky fuck. How dare he? Or, maybe he was revolutionary. Someone wrote a song about the pill. Country western song about the pill. Taking the pill. Women take the pill. That got real bad.
Did they get banned?
That got backlash.
Oh, what a surprise.
From the country. I told you he's got my sadness. I didn't lie.
But then,
Move. He's got my... Look at him. He's got my sadness doll. Tearing it up. And his little teeth.
So, anywho,
let's talk about your
talk about
test.
Oh, yes.
Last episode we did my test.
Yes. Not
Where,
very
where I got 5, 10, 15, 16, 17. I got 18 points
good.
and the goose. And the goose only got 4.
Yay!
So now we're doing the test again.
Yes.
But this time it's you. You.
Yeah, I know.
It's not called How Well Do You Know Your Son. It's now called How Well Do You Know the Goose. Yeah. Those goose noises. Those goose noises. So.
What noise did it make? Gobble, 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 gobble. Man, it's a turkey. It's a turkey, isn't it?
It's just, it don't matter what noise goose
It's near
makes.
Christmas. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Okay, right. Question 1.
That's a prostitute in the back of the hall.
That's
What? Yes, question 1.
Frackard.
Yes.
Question 1. Favourite 3 singers/bands. What are your favourite 3 singers and
I'm
bands?
telling you. You've got to write it down.
I know, I'm just fucking... Do you want to actually say the questions
No.
at me? Okay.
No.
Right, who do I think your favourite singers/bands are? Now then, you've got to take this seriously, because last time we
I
got
did.
complaints. Fucking Reverend John the Baptist
Not
wrote in.
Debastus.
And once again, we apologise for spelling. We are both dyslexic. And both very drunk. I don't know a third. Shut up. I need a third. I'm going to put this person because we might go.
No, you got to go first.
Janis Joplin, Aretha Franklin, Kenny Rogers.
No.
Shit.
Aretha Franklin.
So that's 1 point to me.
Millennium.
Who?
Millennium.
What the fuck is Millennium?
Millennium.
Millennium?
Yeah. Millennium.
There's never been a band in the world called Millennium. Who are you
It's
talking
not
about? Name me one of their songs.
Kaylee. Kaylee. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? See, you fucking don't know. And reggae.
Reggae? Reggae the genre?
Just reggae. See? Reggae.
No, yeah, no, we're sure you put it down.
Kaylee. See who done Kaylee?
Fuck it. So you think there's a band in the world?
And his name was Fish.
Called
The lead singer was called Fish.
Millennial.
No, it was Millennium. Kaylee. See who sung Kaylee?
I can't spell Kaylee. How are you spelling Kaylee?
I don't know. Kaylee.
Kaylee. Too late. I've fucking hell.
Who sang Kaylee?
Oh, jeez. So you think there's a band in the world called Millennial, yeah?
Who sang Kaylee?
Nobody. Because Kaylee's a girl's name.
Yeah, I know, but who sang it?
And all they're showing me is fucking... Jesus Christ.
Lead singer, Fish.
Lead singer, Fish. I hate to admit it, but I think you're fucking retarded.
Why?
Because nothing's turning up. Kaylee is a song, but you gotta be fucking kicking me in my ballsack multiple times.
Why?
Kaylee is a British neo-progressive rock band. Is a song by the British Malario.
There we are, Malario.
Whatever's flashing on your screen now.
Come on then, come on.
Well, no, I now have to listen to this song because I still think you're full of shit.
Kaylee, it's too late to say I'm sorry.
I'm Too Late to Say Sorry by Justin Bieber.
No, go on.
I'm fucking listening to it. Cut.
Fish, singer.
And we're back.
Because I was right.
So I don't know what to do about reggae. I think maybe we just go get a point each.
Yeah.
Because I got Aretha Franklin, and you can't have reggae because that's a genre of music.
Next question.
3 favourite TV shows.
Oh, 3 TV shows that I like.
Fucking, this is where she's going to pull out some weird shit. I'm going on what we've watched together.
Go on then.
Shit, wait there. I'm going to ask you a question now. No, I can't ask you.
No, just do it.
What's the one where they're in a shop? Are you being served? You're right. I said it all. Are you being... It was called Are You Being Served, wasn't it? And there was a girl, she had a problem with her pussy. Right. The Jeremy Kyle Show, Dad's Army, Are You Being Served?
JK Catfish in the Jury Channel.
Shit. 1 for me, 2 for you. Alright.
Right, number
favourite drinks? Non-alcoholic and alcoholic. Well, this is easy.
You know this anyway.
I fucking hope I do.
Go on then.
Coffee and red wine.
Coke and wine.
Is it red though?
Yeah, of course it's red wine.
Hell. Well, so far, doing better than you. Bang. Question 4. Oh, what's your dream job? We've never had this conversation.
No.
I have no idea what you're fucking... I'm on it. Owning a laundromat.
Gynecologist.
Shit. I knew it had something to do with holes. Really? A gynecologist?
Yeah.
What do you want to do with women's vaginas, you dirty lesbian?
I'm sitting on the fence. I told you, Gift. I'm sitting on the fence.
Question 5. Favourite 3 films?
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, it might be.
No, it ain't. Oh, yeah, it is.
Do you know what, right? We need to... we still need to be making noises.
Why?
Because otherwise it's really quiet at these bits. Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to throw this one out.
Go on then.
I have no idea. Honestly, don't know. How bad is that? Hairspray, Crybaby, This Happy Breed.
Ooh, Star Wars.
When the fuck have you watched Star Wars?
Love Star Wars.
Which generation?
Breed. The old generation.
Yeah, the originals.
Yeah, I like them. I like, what's his face? The big fat thing that looks like a slug.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, when he goes, Skywalker.
Okay, yeah.
And I had something else, but I can't.
Should we have a look?
No, because
Okay.
you won't know it either.
You don't know.
No.
So did I get one right there, yeah?
Yeah, you did.
So, okay, and you got 1.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
I
Why
don't
did you
know.
put it out?
It's there. I put that there, but that's right. You reminded me of one of my favourites. I can't remember. Scrooge!
Oh,
Scrooge!
shit the bed. She gets another
point. You know
point.
I love Scrooge.
Yeah, all
With
those
Alex Guinness.
all those times we just sit down and watch it, yeah.
Fuck off, we do.
When's the last time we watched Scrooge together? That wasn't the Jim Carrey version.
I don't like
which
Jim
was
Carrey
animated.
version. I don't like
That's the only Scrooge I've ever watched with you.
Oh, fuck
was
off.
The animated version.
Fuck off. I said fuck off, alright. Not frack hard. Right, carry on.
You have 3 role models. 3 role models.
Okay.
I have fucking no idea. I'm just going to put these people down.
There's only one person.
You got to put 3 down.
No. It's one
you
person.
have to.
It's one person for all 3.
Fucking hell. That's cheating. You have to put 3 different people down.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Janis Joplin, Aretha Franklin, Eva Braun.
My dad.
Oh, shit. They're bad.
You should know it was my dad.
I don't know. You don't really talk about him that much.
No, because he died. It's very
upsetting. I get that, yeah. Alright.
7.
Number 7. Your favourite meal?
Oh.
This is going to be hard because we cook a lot of meals.
We do.
But I don't know whether to include meals that we... Okay, it could be meals that we have out because there's something you always have out. We'll go with whatever. Cooked or out. Go. What's your favourite meal? In the whole wide world. You like a couple of these. Bang.
Yeah.
Panini.
Oh, your spaghetti bolognese.
No. Shit the mattress. You always order paninis when we're out.
They're fucking cheap.
Yeah, true.
And they come with chips.
Yeah.
Actually, chips would be my favourite, but that's part of a meal. That's not a meal.
No, yeah, you're right. Biggest fear. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Biggest fear.
And that's 8.
Number 8, biggest fear. I know what your biggest fear is.
I think you're wrong.
I'm just going on what you told me. Biggest fears. Hospitals.
You dying.
Oh, not your biggest fear.
Yeah.
But you'll be dead before I'm dead.
Who knows?
Joe, with your lifestyle, we're just playing a roulette game every
You're right. You're right. My biggest fear, realistically, would be hospitals. I totally agree. But at the back of my head, I told you before, I'd be lost without you.
Oh, do you want to get more on camera? Oh, we love each other. Number 9, favourite travel location.
Ah.
Yeah, I know what this is.
I picked it for you.
And I've got to remember what happened. Tunisia.
Yay, Tunisia!
Yay, I got a point. Please don't give that face. That was horrible. For your 3 favourite books. Now then, for this, because I don't remember... No, I can't. 3 favourite books.
It would be better for me to pick 3 favourite authors.
That's what I was going to say, but for me, we did favourite books.
Okay.
So I'm just going to put that one.
Yeah.
Shit.
I think it's going to have to be authors. I know you had books for you.
No. I'll remember them. Don't you worry. I'm just going to have to abbreviate on some of these. Because I think there's something along these lines.
Go on then.
Okay, wait there. Pride and Prejudice.
Yep.
I've put something Queen, because I think it might be Red Queen or White Queen, and War and Peace.
Fuck off, War and Peace.
I don't know. We watched the TV show together.
Right, we did. You're right in Pride and Prejudice, because I do like anything written by Jane Austen.
Bang.
Wuthering Heights, which was Charlotte Bronte.
Oh, yeah.
Emily Bronte. And I quite like The Great Gatsby by F. Fitzgerald.
Fuck, I knew that as well. Shitty biscuity wank tits. Well, the scores are in.
Oh,
The Goose scored 5.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
14.
Ooh.
I scored 6. Because there's still that reggae point floating around.
Yeah, and to be totally honest with you, you're right. I do have a fear of hospitals, but...
Hey, don't start trying to, I'm just going to say this now. I scored more than you scored. So I know you more than you know me. And on that note, it's time to end the episode. Goose. How do you want to end the episode?
Okay, so...
Where's our 2 white wine spritzers? That's what I want to know.
We'll have to sack for help.
He never came back.
So we've recorded a lot of stuff. We're putting out a lot of stuff. Some of it on BBC. Some of it... What is your makeup tutorial going to be in? The BBC or just on
that's
the
just going to be random videos.
Random.
We're going to be doing some gaming stuff soon as well. I just need to record
gaming
it
tomorrow.
and get it. Yeah, that's...
So,
what is that called? That's gaming? Something stupid like that. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, because that's all good and it gets us not ad revenue. I was going to say ad revenue. We don't put ads on this. We're going to sort out a system so you can give us money if you wish. But what is it when people come and visit you and it's not called a visit?
Like us.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Gets
to
more
us.
people to like us and to send people our way.
And
if
again,
got more
if you've got any questions, comments, or disagree,
write down below.
Write down. You know,
or to the side or to the left. Email us directly
to
if you
the
really
left,
want
to the right.
Yeah. Just if you're in the UK, go out and flash your tits with a message, and I'm sure we'll hear that on the news. So thank you very much for watching. She just flashed her bra. Bye.
Bye.